Okay. Hello, everyone. Today we have Jeyameena ji as our guest speaker, and she will give you some tips for daily living and some behavioral. If you are facing any behavioral issues with your child, you can ask the questions directly to the ma'am. Uh, Jeyameena, let's start. You can start with introducing yourself, and then we can start the session.
Yes, hi. So, hi everybody. I'm Jeyameena, BCBA, and I have 12 plus years experience in teaching children with autism and other disabilities. And I have a center in Bangalore and Chennai. And we specifically work with children with autism, ADHD, Down syndrome, and other disabilities as well. And the reason we have all connected is to ask some behavior challenges you face with your child, because I personally have studied in US Florida Institute of Technology, called a course called Applied Behavior Analysis, where we specifically deal with behaviors for children with autism. Like when we say it's autism itself, it is like the impairment is that their communication, and another impairment they have some rigid behaviors. Because of their rigidity, the behavior also increases, and they don't have communication, and they communicate using behaviors. For example, the child needs chips, or child needs an item. The child insert, if you say no, next the child starts crying or throwing tantrum, wherein we give up giving the chips or whatever the child asks. Sorry.
Okay.
So here today we are here to understand like what are the behavior concerns you have. We will get it, and we will try to give some possible strategies to work so that it is easier for you to follow.
Okay. So, Jeyameena ji, before taking up the questions, I wanted to ask that many parents say that the kids don't have the daily skill abilities. They don't have the ability to brush their teeth. They don't have the ability to hold the spoon and eat their food by themselves. So
Yeah.
we wanted to know if there are any remedies or if there are anything that we can do at home. Some easy practices that parents can follow at home to build
Okay.
that
So
daily.
basically, to build the daily living skills.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah, sure. See, the one of the important things, some children with autism have like the motor ability will be not, they have their motor skills will be not in the milestone level. So they have a difficulty to follow the daily living skills, like maybe bathing, brushing, toileting, buttoning, and all those things. So one of the ways we do is we follow a methodology called, we break the task into steps. Maybe if you have any particular things, you can ask me in person. The parents can ask, okay, my child has a issue in brushing, or my child is
Mm-hmm.
having an issue like buttoning. So I can give a
A
steps,
particular answer
a
you will.
breakdown
Okay,
of
okay.
steps. And we also use a visual schedules. We put a picture things, and we make sure the child looks at the pictures and follow the schedule. So
Okay.
instead of me giving a verbal prompt saying that now take your brush, now put your paste, now
Mm.
do this. Instead of that, now we can make the child look at the picture. Like for the first brush and paste, the child take the brush and paste. Next, there is a picture where it puts the paste, where then the child also copies, and or she will apply the paste, and then brushing. So we use a visual schedule to teach daily living skills.
Okay.
And so that is one of the a very good tool to teach
So
self-help skills.
these visuals we have to make at home, or it is available somewhere in the
Yeah,
platforms also.
it is available in the platform. Nowadays, it's available. I can share you the links after this in their chat, so
Okay.
that they can get their visuals. So, like, we have a
Okay.
visuals for everything. Almost
Okay.
all the tasks we have a schedule, and visual schedule is very important to follow. It can be a picture of the own child. They can, for example, the child who is in a very low level, so they can take the child holding the brush. They can take the child putting the paste. Like they can follow. They can make their own. Or sometimes they can take a picture of a person who is doing, and the child can see. Or they can even take
Okay.
a clip art from the YouTube's or from the Google clip art, and they can make. And they need the steps is they need to laminate it, and they have to put a velcro. And we have a link. I can send you the links after this, where
Okay. Okay.
it
Yeah.
will
Yeah. That will be
there is
helpful.
a small,
You share with me. I'll share in the group. So if anybody
yeah,
wants
there is
that
a
visual
small
cards.
YouTube video where it says how to use the visual schedule.
Okay. Okay. That will be really helpful. Please share me the link.
Hmm.
I'll share in the group.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then there are lot many people already joined. There are 24 participants. So we can start. If anybody is having
So
questions,
I
I can
think Umrah, yeah, I think
one
one of them has.
Umra.
Yeah.
Umra, you can unmute
Yeah.
yourself and ask the question. You are already unmuted. You can ask the question. Hello? Umra, unmute yourself.
Okay, we
Okay,
can
then
go to Ruchi.
Ruchi. Ruchi, please unmute yourself.
Hi.
Yeah,
गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड इवनिंग मैम।
Good
good evening.
evening. Yes.
मैम मुझे ये पूछना था कि जैसे मेरे बेटे को है ना ब्रश वगैरह ये सब पता है कि सुबह उठ के नहाना है, ब्रश लेना है, ब्रश करना है, लेकिन ब्रश करना नहीं आता। ही इज 11 years old।
Not
लेकिन
know
ब्रश
to
को
know how to
हाँ,
make the steps. Okay. Okay.
हाँ, और
So
जबकि
there are
मैं ये
steps.
बताती हूँ कि
Okay,
हाँ,
got
मैं उसको ये करूंगी कि इस तरीके से करो जैसे मैं उसके सामने करती हूँ या कुछ है। तब भी उसके बाद है ना उसका वही रहता है कि 1 सेकंड करेगा, उसके बाद फिर करके फिर बस उसका 1 सेकंड में हो जाता है। तो वो प्रॉपर चीज नहीं आती, मुझे ही करना पड़ता है उसका ब्रश।
So for this, there is a
Eh,
steps. Okay. So it is not only during the brushing time we have to brush. Okay. Here, what we do, you take a brushing. We can do at least four to a minimum of 4 times every 2 hours, or like where we have a steps. Maybe I can give you a step in the chat, like where you take step one, like 1, 2, 3, step 3, like that. Like you understand, we have steps. I think your child
Ruchi,
is.
आपकी तरफ से बहुत शोर आ रहा है. Can you please manage it? Otherwise, I'm just
मैडम नो।
muting you. मैम आंसर दे रही
No,
है,
I
मैं
think
म्यूट
the
कर देती
child.
हूँ.
I think her kid is with her, and she is calling
हाँ,
her. I guess.
that's the reason. Yeah. You continue, please.
So there is some steps in the brushing. For example, first step is the child should keep the teeth like this. So the many children will not put the teeth together. Got it? Like they just can't keep it for a longer time. So we do some shaping. We just keep them to keep the teeth together, like E, and then we just count for 5 counts, and then three, 1, 2, 3. That's all. The rest of the step you can help. The next step will be 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. Like we can give the counts for each strokes. You can take 6 strokes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you give a count for four, every stroke 4 times, because
And at
brushing is a
least four
stroke.
times in a day, you have to
And
repeat
four
it.
times in a day you have to give a brushing, and you have to give the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. On the sides 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to give a counts, and this you have to practice at least 4 times
ओके।
a day, apart from the brushing time. So it's not only on the brushing time the child will not get. So you have to do apart from that.
ओके। एंड मैम उसका है ना एक ये भी चीज है कि जैसे अब जैसे ये स्टार्ट हो गया मैम 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 कहना, जैसे कि मतलब इरिटेट करना सामने वाले को, और
So that is
सुनना
an
ही नहीं है,
attention
समझना ही
deficit.
नहीं है कि है ना कि हमें शांत रहना है। मतलब
So now she is
बिहेवियर इश्यूज बहुत है, बहुत ज्यादा बिहेवियर इश्यूज है।
one of the thing is
मैडम नो।
right now there is a one of the thing, you see what is no, the child is doesn't know what to do by when the child is free, or when mama is busy. The child should also know, okay, now mama is busy, I can play with this toy, or I can do some worksheets, or I can watch some games or something, or play some games or watch. The child is not having a schedule, or not having a self-engaged way. The child is not able to engage. So that's the reason for attention she just keeps nagging you, mama, 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 and then you keep giving the attention, wherein the behavior it's building up. So what you have to teach her a lot of play skills, making her, give her some 4 toys. First play with the one toy for 5 minutes, 30 seconds, and put it in another basket. Take another toy, play for 30 seconds, put it in a basket. So the child will start playing in each toy meaningfully for 30 seconds and puts. So you can make a 10 toys in a basket. You understood? 30 seconds or 1 minute for 10 toys. The child will be playing for 10 minutes. You got it? So like that, you need to teach where you have to build the skills for the child. So now when you are busy on the call, you can say, okay, now take the basket of toys and place. The child will take one toy, the child will play, and you take another toy. So wherein the play skills will develop, so the child will not disturb you.
ओके ओके।
Okay? So you need to develop the play skill for the child. See, always you cannot tell the child study, read, or do this. The child has to play. An appropriate
ओके।
play skill to be trained.
नहीं मैम, जैसे मुझे ये लगता है कि कभी कभी ना जान पूछ के ज्यादा करता है कि है ना कि अब ये मम्मी इस चीज से या जो भी इस चीज से परेशान हो रहा है ना, मुझे वो चीज करनी है बार बार, कि अब ये मुझे मेरी तरफ देखे, मतलब मैं करूं इन्हें और ज्यादा तंग करूं।
That's what I'm trying to say. Because she does not know what to do. She just gets your attention and she gets pulling you for that. So she tells Mama, now also she's calling Mama. And you say, "Ush." So rather than that, you give a toy and say, let's play with the toy. Like teach her the skill. So then the child will engage herself in a toy or a meaningful, whatever the child likes. I say it's a toy, but it can be a toy. It can be a buttoning. It can be a buttons. It can be a puzzle. So you have to make the child do some activity which a child likes, a painting or something. You identify what and try to train. Eventually the child will get the skill, so the child will start occupying. Initially it will be very difficult, but once you do, it will be in place.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
I
Sam,
think someone
I
said
have a
I have a question. Yeah, I think there is a
please.
chat message saying
Okay,
that I have a
Sam, please
question.
unmute yourself.
हेलो
Yeah,
गुड इवनिंग मैम
Yes.
मैम माय क्वेश्चन इज दैट मेरा बच्चा मैम सोता तो ही टेक्स प्रॉपर नींद लेता है लेकिन मैम जब उसको सुलाने चलो तो इट टेक्स 1 आवर 2 आवर टू मेक हिम गो टू द स्लीप मतलब इतना लेंदी प्रोसेस होता है वो नहीं सोना चाहता है मैम मतलब
Okay.
भले उसको बहुत नींद आ रही होती है वो आंखें मतलब अपनी उसकी बंद हो रही होती है बट ही ट्राइज टू कीप ओपन हिज आईज एंड वो नहीं सोना चाहता है बट एक बार सो जाता है तो फिर प्रॉपर नींद लेता है लेकिन वो सोना नहीं चाहता है
It takes time for him to sleep. Okay.
यस
So
मैम यस मैम
what do you do before sleep? So when he takes the, I see some children know they don't know how to get the sleep. Say some we don't get sleep, we close our eyes and we just think you understood like then eventually. But some kids, right? They don't know how to sleep to get the sleep. You got it like, and
जी
sometimes
यस
like avoid closing eyes.
मैम
Got it. Like, so I just want to know what are the activities doing for the 1 hour or 2 hour before going to bed. So what will
मैम
you be?
मैम वो बोलता है कि मुझे नींद आ रही है मुझे नींद आ रही है मैं उसको लिटाती हूँ मैम पूरा नाइट स्केड्यूल करती हूँ जो भी उसका रहता है जैसे कि
But
उसको
what
फेस
schedule
वॉश
you
करा
do?
दूंगी हैंड वॉश लाइट डिम कर दूंगी हल्की म्यूजिक प्ले कर दूंगी ताकि और एसी अच्छा सा चला दूंगी ताकि उसको पूरा मतलब पूरा एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करती हूँ ताकि उसको नींद आए लेकिन मैम वो फिर भी लेट के आंखें खोले रहता है और मैम हम लोग उसको काफी फिजिकल वर्क करवाते हैं सेकंड मतलब जब सोने से पहले पार्क लेकर जाते हैं शाम को उसके बाद
Okay.
खाना खिला के उसका नाइट शेड्यूल में प्रॉपर फॉलो करते हैं फिर भी वो
But
इश्यू
when
नहीं
you give
सॉल्व हो
the
रहा है
break, dinner is what time and what time you would give the dinner for the child?
नहीं मैम डिनर इज नहीं मैम वो नहीं खाने में इंटरेस्टेड ये भी मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है मैम वो खाने में बिल्कुल इंटरेस्टेड नहीं रहता है तो बस उसके पीछे भाग भाग के उसको डिनर इज नॉट लाइक कि बैठा के खिलाया ऐसा नहीं होता है मैम वो खेल रहा होता है हम उसको खिला रहे होते हैं तो वही
Okay.
सोने से
So that is
लगभग एक
another
घंटा
problem
पहले
because if the child has a good meal,
हम्म
the dinner is complete. So the sleep is also it will aids in sleep as well. You got it. When the child is empty
हम्म
stomach, little bit the crankiness comes even for us.
हम्म
But he is a picky eater.
यस मैम यस मैम
Okay. So what does he eat in the evening?
इवनिंग में मैम स्नैक्स में जैसे मखाने ले लिए या कभी कुछ घर का निकला हुआ जूस पिला दिया ये सब मैम लाइट स्नैक्स
Doesn't
उसके बाद
eat,
रात
doesn't
को
have
मैम
some rice or roti or something like that. He doesn't take like that.
नहीं मैम ही इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन वही खाने में ही इज नॉट एट ऑल इंटरेस्टेड स्नैक्स में खा लेता है मैम लेकिन खाना
But
बिल्कुल
he does not
दाल
give
चावल
snacks.
रोटी सब्जी तो
What kind of snacks you give?
मैम घर के ही जैसे मखाना दे देते हैं जूस दे देते हैं या फिर रागी के वही मुरमुरे दे देते हैं या लैया दे देते हैं तो मैम वो सब तो वो एंजॉय करता है
Have to make
और फिंगर
a
फूड
diet.
सारे
Yeah, for the sleep, there are a couple of things. One, you should
ओके
have a clear diet plus a clear routine. See, what we normally
ओके
say when the child is having a sleep disturbance or if the child is not sleeping. For example, at night 10 o'clock, you switch off all the light, okay? But till 12 o'clock, the child is not sleeping.
यस
Example.
मैम यस मैम
So what we do is we try to feed the child by 7:30 or 8. We give a early dinner and we try to give some liquid or like water or something so that the child goes to toilet and then at 8 or 8:30 we go. We will not take the bed to 10 and we can start. You said you can just make him sit and you can start some bedtime stories or you can spend some time. You got it. So some physical mental dryness also should happen.
ओके मैम
Not that
मेंटल
you
ड्रेन
just meant you have to just you make them read something or make them listen something. You got it. And mainly one of
ओके
the important thing, the food, because if you're not giving the food from the evening, just he's taking only snack and water, so
हम्म
this is will create the problem
हम्म
because he will not be complete. You Got it? Like some kind of anxiety, like restlessness will be there. So if I try to fix your diet for the child is the first thing is what I feel. The
Okay,
diet
ma'am.
of the child should be proper. Don't give snacks at all. You tell this is the food and don't buy. This is the food, eat. Eventually they will eat. Since the child is
Okay,
not
मैम. मैम ही इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन डिनर, तो वही मैम जैसे वो खेल रहा होता है तो उसको एक दो बाइट दे दिया, रोटी दे दी, थोड़ी सी सब्जी लगा दी, जो भी मतलब उसका मन किया, जिस पे भी वो राजी हो गया. क्योंकि मैम इवेंचुअली ये नहीं समझ में आता कि उसको अगर क्रैंकी कर देते हैं, अगर उसको ज्यादा फोर्स करते
because
हैं
of
किसी
that only
चीज
not
पे.
eating he's getting. So I feel like first initially maybe we can have a separate chat like with you a separate link to understand what is the food you are giving, because here a lot of people are asking. So one thing I can tell you as a short crisp diet, you
Okay.
just check the routine of the child. The child should have a structure. If there is a
Okay,
structure for
ma'am.
the child, the sleep problem all will slowly come in place. See that when is first there is a structure for the child, like morning this is the time, and 10 to 12 he goes to school, 12 to 1 he has got this, and 2 to 3 is therapy, and 4 to 6 is a part, 5 to 6 study time, 6 to 7 is the play time. Like there's a structure should be there. And second thing, the food also, is it properly going? And you have on schedule food. Don't give intermittent food. 10 o'clock one food means
Okay.
1, 12 o'clock, so that they have a, there is, if you give intermittent food, even
Gap.
one bite will not feel hungry. So you need
Okay,
to have
ma'am.
a break of 2 to 3 hours from one meal to another. Then only the hunger comes. You
Okay,
cannot
ma'am.
eat
Okay,
in every
ma'am.
1 hour. That is again, it will not get work. So this too, plus this, maybe if you can reach out to Divya with this, so we can additionally help you. How do we set,
Okay,
Sure,
you
ma'am.
know,
sure.
we have a case, lot
Sure.
of cases have the sleeping problem, but once we give a structure, once we give a proper diet, automatically the sleep issue is getting better.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So
Okay.
Sam, there are some
Thank.
foods which has natural melatonin, like pistachios are very good. They help in
So
sleep.
diet
So you
also
can,
plays a
you
major role.
and
Yeah.
make a diary, as we told before also, कि make a diary whatever child is having, what impacting
Okay.
his sleep. So you have to make a diary, and then you will got to know कि आप ये खिला रहे हो तो ये हो रहा है, ये खिला रहे हो तो ये हो रहा है, और अगर नहीं खिला
Okay,
रहे हो तो
ma'am.
ये हो रहा है. तो then you after
Okay, ma'am.
after a week or 2 week you got to know कि pattern चल क्या रहा है. So you have to make a
Okay.
maintain a diary for all the activities of the child. Okay, or
Okay.
whatever you
Okay,
are
ma'am.
giving to
जी,
in
sure.
dinner. Yeah. Okay.
हेलो.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, हाँ राजेश जी, आपका कुछ
हेलो.
क्वेश्चन है तो आप पूछ सकते हो, बिल्कुल आप हिंदी में पूछ लो. मैम कैन अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी, अगर हाँ बताइए.
मैम, मेरी लड़की ये 6 या 5 मंथ की है.
Yeah.
सर ये जो है इसके पास हाइपर एक्टिविटी बहुत है, बिहेवियर इशू है. अगर कोई काम उसको बोलो तो जो है फॉलो तो करती है, बट थोड़ी देर के बाद करती है.
No, I'm not getting what is he telling.
The
My
child
child
is
is what is,
6.5 years old.
I
She is
understood that. Yeah.
हाँ. तो मतलब like she's speech delayed. There are a lot many behavior issues. She follow instructions, but after a long time. She takes long time to follow instructions.
जी.
Okay, so when you say one instruction, what she will be doing? For example, you say get up or come here. If you say,
अगर आप बोलते हो यहाँ आओ तो उसको कितनी देर में सुनती है वो, कितनी बार आपको बोलना पड़ता है कि यहाँ आओ.
वो क्या करते हैं?
सर
What that time
कभी
say
कभी तो एक
here
बार
what
में
she will.
या बताइए
Yeah.
बताइए.
कभी कभी तो एक बार में सुन जाती है, और कभी कभी तो 2-3 बार बुलाना पड़ता है तभी सुनती है.
Okay, got it. See, basically they will be in an. So what she will do? She'll be in her own world.
अपने अपनी दुनिया में रहती है,
जी.
या मतलब खोई रहती है अकेले, किसी के साथ खेलना
नहीं
नहीं.
नहीं, अपनी नहीं, खेलना तो पसंद करती है, फॉलो भी करती है, लेकिन बट कभी कभी जो है लेट फॉलो करती है.
फॉलो लेट करती
See,
है.
one thing to
बट
follow the instruction, right? The one of the golden rule you have to follow. You have to say only once any instruction. For example, come here. That should be only once. And next time, if the child, you wait for 10 seconds or you wait for 30 seconds. If the child is not coming, what you do, you just go there and just hold the hand and make the child come to you. So the child knows they will say only once. If I am not doing, they will make me do.
ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम से
You.
राजेश जी जब भी आप उसको कोई भी इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहे हैं, सिर्फ एक बार दीजिए. इधर आओ अगर आप बोलोगे तो उसको बोलेंगे, जो भी उसका नाम है उसका नाम लेकर के कि बेटा इधर आओ. अगर वो नहीं आती है तो आप उसके पास जाएंगे, उसका हाथ पकड़ेंगे और उसको अपने पास खुद लेके आएंगे. ऐसा आप 2-4 बार
जी
करेंगे
जी.
तो उसको समझ आएगा कि मतलब अगर मैं नहीं जाऊंगी तो वो खुद उठ करके आ जाएंगे मुझे बुलाने के लिए. तो वो ग्रेजुअली
जी
आपका इंस्ट्रक्शन एक बार में ही फॉलो करना शुरू कर देगी.
जी, स्पीच
And
डिले भी है, बोल बोल नहीं पाती है, बस केवल मम्मी पापा बोलती है. अब वो अपने मन से बोलेगी मम्मी पापा, कुछ वर्ड ऐसे बोलती है उसका साइंटिस्ट भी नहीं बन पाता है, लेकिन
See, I can
जो है
understand that the child is not having a spontaneous vocalization. Whenever the child likes, the child is talking. That's what he's telling. I can get that. See,
right.
to answer this question, for that we have to do a assessment. To be having a, we have to do a language assessment. We have to, and then find out what are the skills the child is having, what skills the child is not having, like how it is. And from there, we can give you some programs to get that speech. Like whenever you talk the child, because now what happened, the child is in we're playing, or it is engaged, self-engaged, to be honest, the child. So the child does not know to talk. That is what, it's not that he does not like to talk. The child does not know what to do. So we need to teach the child. Right now, what I suggest is, for example, if there is a juice, okay, the child is asking if there is a juice, example, and the child is grabbing the juice. Oh, like then you can make the child say juice, juice, and then you can give the juice. So you can just start. You can start telling 3 times or 2 times the word, and then you can give. So now the child knows, okay, if I want something, I need to ask, then I'm getting. So and then next time you can hold. Let the child say juice, then you give. So the child will know, okay, if I talk only, I'm getting something. Abhi here, what happening is, whatever, whether I'm talking or not talking, I'm getting my things, and there is no need to talk.
ठीक है राजेश जी, जैसे मैम ये कह रही है कि
Rajesh, you
अब
understood?
वो कुछ भी मांगती है, जैसे वो आपके कुछ रखा है उसको इशारे से मांग रही, पानी मांग रही है, जैसे जब तक वो आप उसको दो पानी, बट उसको 4 बार दिखा के दो कि ये पानी है, दिस इज वाटर, जो भी आप भाषा यूज करते हैं, पानी है, तो उसको 2 बार 4 बार बोलें कि ये पानी है। जब वो बोले तो उसको पानी दीजिए, तो उसको पता है कि नेक्स्ट टाइम जब वो मुंह से बोलेगी तब आप उसको दोगे। तो ये चीज प्रोसेस
नहीं मैम
करोगे आप, ग्रेजुअली होगी ये चीज, बट हो जाए।
जी। वो सबसे ज्यादा तो ये नकल बहुत करती है मैम, अगर हम करने कुछ जाएंगे तो वो करना शुरू कर देगी पहले। हाइपर एक्टिविटी बहुत है उसके अंदर। ये आपका एक
अगर
आयुर्वेद वाला जो ब्रेन बूस्टर है, इसको हम दे रहे हैं, 2 मंथ हो गया दे
ठीक
रहे
है,
हैं।
वो
तो
आप दीजिए, मतलब कॉपी कर रही है, अगर आपके एक्शंस को कॉपी कर रही है तो ये अच्छी बात है।
जी कॉपी बहुत करती है, क्योंकि अगर वो उसको सुबह टॉयलेट
तो
जाना
राजेश
है
जी, अभी कुछ
देखती है तो
डायग्नोसिस हुआ
टॉयलेट
है?
जाएगी।
डायग्नोसिस आपने करवाया है अभी कुछ?
जी डायग्नोसिस नहीं करवाया हमने, जो है उसका ये बेरा की जांच करवाई थी, और कुछ
अच्छा,
दिन जो है इसका वो थेरेपी, स्पीच थेरेपी करवाया, लेकिन उससे जो है कुछ रिस्पॉन्स हमको नहीं मिला।
कुछ दिन में नहीं
फिर
फर्क
मैंने
पड़ता
बंद
है,
कर दिया
स्पीच
ये।
थेरेपी टेक्स लॉन्ग टाइम, महीने 2 महीने में नहीं
So
फर्क
the
पड़ता है।
basic, to start with the basic step, whatever the child is need, you make the child ask and get it. That will be the first step. Even that is the first step you do. That is even it is initially difficult, but you have to be very consistent and very. It will take time, but there will be a change. But you have to be consistent.
ठीक है, तो राजेश जी आप जो भी कर रहे हो, जब बुला रहे हो उसको इंस्ट्रक्शन बहुत बार मत दें, एक बार दें, जो मैम ने बताया अभी। नहीं करती है तो हाथ पकड़ के लाएं उसको, उसको ग्रेजुअली समझ में आ जाएगा कि बहुत बार नहीं बोलेंगे, एक ही बार बोलना है, उसको समझना है। दूसरा, कोई भी चीज मांगे तो इशारे में उसके मत समझिए, जस्ट हाँ, उसके इशारे मत समझिए, आप उसको बताइए, जब वो बोलेगी तो उसको मिलेगा। आप 2-4 बार करोगे, अगली बार से उसको आदत पड़ेगी उस चीज की। बाकी आप एक बार राजेश जी मुझसे पर्सनली, मेरा कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर मैं दे रही हूँ, मेरे बात कर लीजिएगा, तो आई सजेस्ट यू फॉर द थेरेपीज दैट वी आर लॉन्चिंग, तो वो आपके बच्चे के लिए सही रहेगी, आप घर से करा सकते हो। ठीक है?
Okay.
जी
हाँ,
हम सोच रहे थे सर, कोई ऑनलाइन जो है थेरेपी वगैरह मिल जाए, उसका
वही
कोर्स
वही
मिल
तो
जाए,
हमने
फिर जो है
आयुर्वेद में 1 साल की थेरेपी लॉन्च की है, जो कि काफी पॉकेट फ्रेंडली है, काफी ही रीजनेबल है, और सारे तरीके की उसमें थेरेपीज इंक्लूडेड रहेंगी। तो आप एक बार मिल लेना, सॉरी मेरे से बात कर लेना, मैंने नंबर दिया है चैट पे, मैं आपको सजेस्ट करती हूँ।
जी जी
ठीक है, चैट से आप
जी
नंबर ले लेना। नाउ वी कैन टेक अप नेक्स्ट
जी
क्वेश्चन। आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, आई थिंक
ओके।
जैनब,
Sakina is
Zainab,
having a question.
I think Zainab
Hello.
has already. Okay, हाँ, Zainab,
Hello.
please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. My son Faris, 4 year old, says I'm here in Saudi and it's very hard to go for therapies and like that.
Okay.
Last year I was in Pakistan and the doctor just diagnosed he's still not talking. Then I said, yeah, because my 10-year-old, mashallah, she's very good, but he is. I already noticing he's not talking. Even he was babbling around 2 years old, and then he quite like totally stopped, no babbling, nothing.
Okay.
And then when I go to the doctor, he said, yeah, he has some speech delay also and mild autistic. But
Okay.
I don't have written report. But the point is, when I come back here, and here in Saudi, it's not easy. It's very expensive, and I definitely I'm looking for the online or like the ones you share. The Miss the other lady, I forget the name. She shared me the the point is today is about speech play, as you mentioned, toilet training, or that's very hard for me now. He knows the toilet, but he can't tell me, of course, because speech delay. He's still doing ba 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 like that, but he's pointing what he want, like for example milk, for example orange. He always pointing me, but not saying any word. And until when I am going like outside, he taking my abaya and just pointing me, "Yeah, I have to go out." 3 weeks he start one of Rauda here, like preschool. In Arabic it's called Rauda. So the teacher over there, they said ki Faris, mashallah, very calm boy. He's not hitting, biting, or he's not frustrating with anyone. My point is, if it's which category Faris is like now, like mild, doctor already said, but now day by day as the growing age, he is sometime very frustrated. For example, if we go to the mall, if we go to the grocery store, he is over there just waiting in front of a colorful the item. For example, say if I say the drinks, so he only want to stay there. He don't want to move anywhere. Second point, that time very hard to take him out because the color attraction him a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Second, Faris, mashallah, doing with me phonics, number, everything he's doing with me. He's fully concentration. But the point is, for the short time, and of course, normally kid 10 minute or hardly 12 minutes, and then he want to do something else. He is understanding, but not responding. Maybe he is that point make me confused. Where is this point?
So he
How?
got a receptive language is there and expressive is not there. That's what you're coming to say. And
Yeah.
the point where I have a couple of questions with you. One of the thing when you said he does he write the academics? When you say b, he writes b. When you say k, you write k. It's that kind of he's able to do that.
No. Me saying b, k, d. So he is just listening me. He's not saying, not repeating anything.
He does it. He points the alphabet. When you say b, does he picks the b? When you say k, does he picks the k?
He's doing the puzzles by himself. He's putting the puzzles on the same like correction, like for example the phonics or animals puzzle or vehicle, everything. So he's doing very good way and putting on same place. But the point is, he's not listening me at the time when I say Paris do this. So he's not.
Okay, got it. So there is how old is he right now? You said he is
4. In January he's 4. Now 4.5.
One of the things here is you said your child is completely he is not using words and he just use gestures like pointing. So one of the things we can do is AAC device you got it. It is like assisted augmentative device, or you can use a sign language. Normally we use some sign language for basic sign, not we go and we do sign plus vocal and then we bring the vocalization. So what I say is for you is you have to have an assessment to understand what is exactly your child's level, and we have to try to improve his imitation skills. We need to improve his instruction control, number 2. And number 3, we need to work on his echoics. Like when we say ma, the child says ma. When you say ba, the child says ba. The echoic skills has to be, so these 3 things is the first thing. And then manding. Manding is what we say in ABA is called asking for the items. What I already said with Rajesh also. Like when he wants water, make sure the child, so for with your child, if he wants water, he can do a sign like water or that sign, and then you give water. So now the child understand, instead of gesture, if I want water, I need to sign for water, or if I want go out, then there is a sign for go. Like you got it. So those kinds of can learn. And I think he's 4 years. He's very flexible. Way the brain development is very flexible. Now we can improve the child faster. He's not in a very later stage right now. If you do an intensive therapy, I think there is a chance he can speak and come out. Say, whatever I feel is like his expressive and his discrimination skill has to improve.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Last week he start one of speech therapist here. It's near to my home, but she feel Faris need tongue tie. Faris have tongue tie, sorry, but he need to cut, and then she said me this.
Okay, so that is fine, but right now I'm trying to say speech oral model. But what I'm trying to say out of that, work on this instruction following, like when you say pick the ball, he picks, and when you say roll the ball, he
Faris, it's upon his mood. When I say, let's go, Faris, he love to go outside. Right, let's go to the toilet, and there is a toy. So while sitting in the tub, he loved the water, so he and with that time because he liked that.
So that is a motivation. So whenever he is motivated, he does. So you have to use that motivation to do something he doesn't like, and then give that. Okay, so we can. So you have to use that as a lead. For example, he likes to go and play with the water gun or water. So you can say, okay, now pick up all the balls and put it in the basket and come, let's play with the ball. Use that as a motivation, and then work on it and give that as a reward.
Okay. So one more question. Why he is putting hands on the ears? I know some point maybe he doesn't like the voice, and maybe the voice is very high, but sometime he's putting the hands or like a finger in the ear, and then he doesn't want, he don't like it.
So okay. So again, this is again a skill. So initially, it could have been a sensitivity to any particular sound, and over a period of time, he started developing. Whenever I want to say no, then I can close my ears, and it's a form of, it became a form of communication for him. If I don't like, I can put my hands. So what you do, like make him again. Teach him that functional communication, we say. Teach him to either pick up something yes or no, and then remove it. You got it? So that he he starts doing that, and redirect him. When he closes, don't say remove your hand, just keep his hands busy. Okay, let's squeeze this ball, let's play with the Play-Doh, let's do like that. You redirect him so that you see whether it's coming down. Okay.
And last, sorry, for the toilet train, what should be with this non-verbal?
Right now your concern is he knows where is the toilet, but he does not is telling the toilet. That is your concern right now. Am I right? So again, we need to teach him the sign or something before going to toilet. Maybe we tell toilet sign, just make him do the sign and go to train. Sign, do it. You got it?
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, now we can take up Sakina. Sakina, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon. Ma'am, my son is 6.5 years. उसको जब भी किसी चीज के लिए नो बोलते हैं ना, तो उसका बिहेवियर आ जाता है. मतलब उसके आसपास कोई भी चीज हो, वो सीधा थ्रो करने लग जाता है. तो वो मैं हैंडल नहीं कर पा रही. मतलब उसको नो सुनना पसंद नहीं है, वर्ड किसी भी चीज के लिए.
Okay, so there is, most of the children have an issue that accepting no. Okay, so to children who is having a difficulty in accepting no, you should not directly say no. For example, you have to have, the child wants a puzzle, and when the child is asking for puzzle, you say no. First teach him to ask for it. I want puzzle, and give him. 4 times you give him, and 1 time you can say, instead of this, let's play with the coloring. Like that, you gradually divert him rather than directly showing. So 4 times you give what he likes, and 1 time you just say, okay, let's do this. Don't say no. For example, first time he asks puzzle, you give him. Second time he asks puzzle, you give him. Third time he asks puzzle, you give him. Don't say no. Fourth time you say, okay, let's do puzzle, but before that, let's do this coloring and then go for the puzzle. Or just put these blocks in the bowl. So just give a time delay so that the child develops some tolerance. Got it? So gradually you have to build the tolerance to accept no. So there is no tolerance right now. No means it's no. So there is no tolerance for to do that. See, for example, his tolerance skills is very less. If I say no, that's it. Got it? He can't tolerate anymore. You got it, like the thing. So gradually you have to wait for him to waiting skills, improve his, like, you want this? Okay, let's wait for 10 counts. I'll time, and then you give it. So he gets that, okay, if I want something, I can wait for 10 seconds, then wait for 30 seconds. So let that waiting skill develop. Then you say, give it, and then you third time you can say, okay, instead of this, let's do this and come back to this. So gradually he will transit. Got it?
ओके। और एक और कि उस स्पीच में उसकी स्पीच है बहुत अच्छी, लेकिन जैसी स्पीच
The voice is breaking.
Sanika,
फोकस करते हैं
सकीना,
The voice
आपकी
is
आवाज
breaking.
बहुत ब्रेक हो रही है, क्वेश्चन समझ नहीं आया आपका, कैन यू प्लीज रिपीट इट?
स्पीच में उसकी स्पीच है, लेकिन उसको थोड़ा मतलब फोर्स करते हैं बोलिए, तो उसका रोना हो जाता है, मतलब ही वाज लिटरली क्राइंग।
So
थोड़ा
crying
और
for
पुश करते हैं स्पीच में,
okay, anything you
वो
ask a
बहुत
question,
क्रैंकी
crying.
और
Okay. See, to understand this, see, he feels like a task. Like when you ask a question, it is a work for him. So whenever you ask and he cries, you leave him. Okay, you chodo. Okay, because he's crying. So there is some tendency, the kids. So what happened? It is reinforced. Okay, if I cry, I am out. I'm not asked. Like he's like a task avoidance. He's avoiding. So what do you do in this case? You can, as I told to, like, you can just do which he likes a lot. For example, he likes the Play-Doh. You can make him ask, give me Play-Doh, and then you can give. Then you can ask, okay, tell the color, let him say blue, and then give. So whatever you like, so build the speech in that rather than directly go and make him sit and ask questions. So through his motivation, bring the speech. And right now, what I feel is whatever he says, yes, don't say no right now. Just say yes for 3 times, and next time you say, okay, let's do this and let's have this.
ओके, थैंक यू।
Okay. Anybody else? Any more questions? Otherwise, we can discuss some points. Shreya,
I think
Pooja, if
someone
you
has
want to ask
mistake.
anything. Sabina, right. हाँ जी. हेलो.
हेलो।
Yes, yes,
हाँ
Komal.
हाँ, कोमल बताइए.
मेरा बाबू 7 इयर्स का है, जैसे उसका
Yeah.
स्पीच डिले है। मैंने उसका थेरेपी भी करवाया 3 साल,
Okay.
लेकिन थोड़ा बहुत बोलने लगा है। आप जैसे चुस्सू पोटे का मन होता है तो फिर बताता है, वैसे नहीं बताता है। मन होता है तो वो बोलता है, अपन लोग बोल दिए कि ये चीज बोलो, जैसे पापा आए दादा आए, वो वैसे नहीं बोलता है।
No, I'm not getting. Can you say, Divya? The voice
Yeah,
was not clear.
मतलब like she's saying कि he speaks whenever he wants to. He don't speak whenever he asks to speak. He never speaks. He just speak whenever he wants to speak. Even for toileting also, he just say whenever he wants to. Otherwise, he don't say.
Okay, so when he is motivated, he talks. When he is not motivated, he is not talking. He feels there is no need to talk. God, yes.
हाँ,
So one of the thing which I feel is you have to check the routine of him. Like one is very very important for all the parents here is a structure and consistency is what all of them I will tell you for everyone here. You need to have a very structure. The child should be in a structure, in a schedule, and to make the schedule, you all have to use the visuals. Okay. And I can send you some links how to make a visual schedules for all of you, like so that you can have it.
जैसे
And
उसका, जैसे हमने डॉक्टर को दिखाया, ऑटिज्म हाइपर भी नहीं है वो, बट उसका नॉर्मल भी है। डॉक्टर बोले वो नॉर्मल है, लेकिन कोई चीज उसका, जैसे कैसे बताए, जैसे अपन लोग उसको क्या बोले वो समझ रहा है पूरा, रिप्लाई भी कर देता है इशारों में, लेकिन बोलना की कोशिश नहीं करता है। वो
मतलब
दिक्कत है।
डॉक्टर ने
मन
कहा
होता है
नॉर्मल है,
पढ़ना का
कुछ
तो
डायग्नोसिस में कुछ भी नहीं आया है?
नहीं, कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं है, पूरा नॉर्मल बच्चा है।
अच्छा, और
okay.
नॉर्मल
See,
स्कूल
जैसे अपन
जा
लोग
रहा है?
क्या बात
one of the thing is
हाँ,
like
स्कूल जाता है।
there is a activity. For example, he has to go out. Okay, then what you
हेलो
do, you
मैम।
have to open the door and make him say open door, and then you can open. So you have to contrive situation for
हाँ
him to.
हाँ
That is what you have to do.
हाँ, जैसे आप जैसे बोले ओपन डोर, अपन लोग उसको क्या बोले वो सारा रिप्लाई देगा आपको। आप उसको क्या काम बता रहे वो सारा करता है। खाना खाना है तो अपने आप लेके खा लेता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं उसमें, वैसे कोई दिक्कत नहीं आती है। सारे बच्चों के साथ खेलना, प्लेइंग करना, सब करता है वो।
So what I am trying to completely different. Okay, for example, he wants to eat. Okay, then you just tell you can ask him, you give only plate, let him ask roti, then you give only half roti, let him say more roti, and roti you don't keep sabji, let him say sabji. Like that, you need to contrive for the child to speak, because you cannot force the child to speak, because he will become cranky hoga. Okay, so but for his needs,
Need
for
based.
example, he has to go out. He has to go out. He wants wear slipper. You give one slipper, you hide it. Let him ask, give me slipper. Then you give. So you are contriving multiple opportunities in a day for the child to talk. Now what happened? Everything is around for the child. The child need not talk with the, see, I have all the money around. When I need, I can go to this ATM. When I need, I can go to that. I need not talk. I need not work. I can sit. It's the same thing for the child. You need to deprive everything. Like you need to keep the house in a way where everything is locked and very clear structure. So anything they want, a child has to talk. So now as a child should know, okay, I ask for it, then I get it. See how I work, then I am getting. So we are also in the contingency, right? Like when we work, we get money. Or when we cook, we get a food. Something like everything is contingent. That means you do, you get. For the same thing, the child also, okay, you do, you get it.
ओके मैम।
Got it? Yeah.
और
I
जैसे
think
टॉयलेट पोटी का वैसे कोई, जैसे टॉयलेट पोटी बंद करता है, कभी बता देता है, कभी नहीं बताता है, उसका भी कोई उपाय?
No, even for the toilet also, you can keep a schedule, okay? Like, like every 40 minutes he's going or something, you can have a schedule. When is he going? Just before going, just make him say toilet and take him in. So you need to have a data. Normally we take data. We see what time he goes toilet. Okay, 10 o'clock he goes. Next time he goes
Right.
at 11. An approximate data you take. And just before that he goes, 11:55, you can make him say toilet and you can take him.
कोमल,
So
ये
he
वाली
knows, okay,
ये पॉइंट, हाँ, ये पॉइंट हमने पहले भी काफी बार डिस्कस किया है कि आपको पता है आपके बच्चे का क्या शेड्यूल है. एट एवरी 40 मिनट्स यू हैव टू टेक योर चाइल्ड टू द टॉयलेट. मतलब उसको नहीं भी आया तो भी वो शेड्यूल करके आपको बार बार ले जाना है.
and before
तभी वो
taking,
हैबिट
you
में
just
है.
make the child
हाँ,
say
you have to
toilet
tell.
and then take.
हाँ.
Got it?
Every time when you are
Okay, ma'am.
taking the child to the toilet, you have to tell कि टॉयलेट जाना है और यहाँ जाना है. This is the place where we go.
I
Okay.
think we have.
Hello, ma'am.
I think one of the question is Zain.
Hello,
She
ma'am.
wants to ask the question. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Ma'am, I
हाँ.
want to know how to teach spitting after brush. No? My child is 8 years old. How to teach him to spit after brushing?
See, one of the thing to teach spitting. Okay. So one thing what we do is we just take some warm water, like gargling. Okay. What we do, we just pour and then we try to take it. We just do the action. Little bit you put water and then you just tilt the head. You just prompt the head to take it out. So you can just put the water before the child swallows. You just a physical prompt you give so that the child takes it out. You got it? What I'm trying to say. So gradually
Yes.
you train 1 or 2 times. You just pour and then you just drop it. You pour, you take it out. You got what I'm trying to say. Gradually the child will start spitting.
And he swallows that toothpaste as ma'am after brushing. So
I'm trying to say always don't try any problem one the time of brushing. It is this all these skills that the child is not having. You need to do other times of the day. Like for example, before meal or some 2 hours once, like you just pour little water and make it take it out. Pour little water, make him take. So like that you have to practice multiple times. So that time it will be helpful for you. It's not that only on that particular time, if the skills are deficit, you should not do. Got it? Other times
yes,
of the
ma'am.
day you do. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Just a minute. Sam, there is one more question from Sam. She
Yeah,
wants
I
to
Yes,
know
ma'am.
कि if we can't give sugar to a child, how to reinforce them if we want to get the task performed.
Hello, ma'am.
It is not only sugar. We normally we don't give the edible reinforcer at all. It's not sugar. We can see what the child really likes. Does he likes to
Even a
play?
star can anything.
Yeah, Sam. Like, what are the kids? What are the reinforce? What are the your kid likes? You have to take a list.
Okay, ma'am.
And if it is only sugar, example, okay, my child likes only sugar. He does not like anything. There is a
Yes,
condition. He likes only this. And I'm not a. Now what you do, you start doing a process called conditioning, where you do, okay, you play with you have little and then you can have this. You have little, you have this. You got it? For example, you want to condition to have an apple instead of sugar. Example. So you give a small piece of apple and little sugar, and a small piece of apple, a little sugar. Example. Or a toy. Okay, you play with the toy, take a little
Hello,
sugar.
ma'am.
Play with, and gradually what you do, you start building the other skills will start, because now the child starts enjoying, because more and more we say something called, we just condition other toys. Got it? So
Okay,
that we
ma'am.
get more closer. Got it? Yeah.
ओके मैम। मैम अगेन वन प्रॉब्लम इज दैट कि वो हम लोगों से बात करता है मैम, वो बहुत क्वेश्चंस पूछता है, लेकिन मैम जब वो किसी स्ट्रेंजर्स या किसी भी बाहर वाले से कोई उससे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछता है तो उसका वो आंसर नहीं करता है मैम। बाकी ही इज वोकल, वो मुझसे हर पूरा दिन बात करता है, क्वेश्चंस बहुत पूछता है, लेकिन वो किसी कोई और कोई क्वेश्चन पूछे तो वो उसका आंसर नहीं देता। मैं भी कोई क्वेश्चन पूछती हूँ तो वो उसका आंसर नहीं देता है।
Okay, so when you ask a question, he is not giving an answer.
नो मैम, वन साइडेड ही कॉन्वर्सेशन होता है उसके साथ। वो बहुत क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहा होता है, मैं कुछ पूछ रही होती हूँ, वो आंसर ही नहीं करता है। कोई भी बाहर में उसका नाम भी पूछता है, ही नोज द आंसर, बट वो नहीं आंसर
The
करता
point
है।
is, like, one of the thing is, like, Sona is asking, give me a chance to speak. Yes, definitely we'll give a chance.
I'm just typing here. After this query,
Sam,
we'll
like,
give you a
what are the
chance.
thing? One of the things, no, Sam, like, like, whenever the child asks a question, it's like one way of their interest. They keep asking questions. Got it? So,
Yes, ma'am.
so then what you do, you don't directly ask a question, like, you don't back to back, you don't ask. When you ask a question, you say you can ask only 2 questions, or I ask only 1 question, and after that you can do something like that. And now I will ask 1 question, then you can do something like that. You can check, rather than just you got it what I'm trying to say. And there are some
Yes, ma'am.
methodology
Yes, ma'am.
we do to give a errorless teaching. When you ask a question, immediately give the answer, so the child need not think and strain himself.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, Sona.
there is
Sona. Yeah. Unmute.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
हाँ, good afternoon. बताइए।
Hello, मैम
Yes,
मुझे
yes.
जी मैम मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि मेरा बेबी 8 इयर्स का है, बट क्या है थोड़ा सा उसको बेबी इशू है और थोड़ा पेशेंस भी नहीं है उसको, कि कुछ दे रहे हैं या कुछ मिल रहा है तो थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखे नहीं, मतलब एकदम फास्ट है।
So there is no
तो
waiting.
उसकी
There is no waiting skills.
हाँ,
Okay.
जी
patience.
हाँ, वेटिंग नहीं है मैम जी।
So this, for that
और
you have
थोड़ा
to develop.
बिहेवियर इशू है, जैसे
Yeah, got it. Yeah. See, for example,
8 इयर्स
don't.
का है मैम।
Yeah, 8 years.
जी
See,
हाँ, और
waiting skills is
उसकी
something that we need to work on. For example, the child likes that you have to see. For example, the child likes to eat dosa. That time you don't give waiting, so he'll get irritated. But something he likes, but it is not that much he likes. For example, there is something he likes very much, the dosa, and there is something roti he likes, but not that much. What you do before giving roti, you just give 10 counts and 30 counts, and then give roti. So you develop waiting skills in other areas. Gradually is highly preferred item, gradually bring. Then when you prefer giving dosa, you say wait for 30 counts, then you have dosa. Wait for what? 60 counts, then you have dosa. Like that, you start developing waiting skills. Got it, Sona?
Got it. मेरे को लग रहा है hang.
मैम, और उसकी ओटी ओटी भी करवा रहे थे, बट ओटी उसकी कंप्लीट हो गई है, अभी उसको एबीए करवा रहे हैं।
मिलेगा नहीं
जी मैम, तो घर में ऐसा कुछ बताइए तो उसके लिए मैं कुछ कर पाऊँ घर में।
No, Divya,
Can
I'm
you?
not understand.
Your voice. Sona, can you please ask again? आप please अपना question फिर से put up कर.
Yeah.
मैम बोल रहे हैं
आप
कि
अपना
घर में
वीडियो
कुछ
ऑफ कर
ऐसा
दीजिए,
कुछ।
आपका वॉइस कुछ ब्रेक हो रहा है, तो मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ द इंटरनेट इशू।
जी
हाँ, बताइए।
जी मैम बोल रही थी कि क्या बोलते घर में कुछ ऐसा होगा तो उसके लिए मैं कुछ कर पाऊँ। बाकी तो क्लास
किस
चली
फील्ड
रही है
पे?
उसकी एबीए की,
अच्छा, कह रही है
मतलब
एबीए
यही
की
थोड़ा
क्लास चल रही
पेशेंस
है,
रखने के
एबीए इज
लिए या
गोइंग
थोड़ा
ऑन एंड शी
बिहेवियर
वांट्स
इशू के
सम
लिए। जी
behavior
एबीए
issues पे she wants some inputs that she can do at home.
जी
So who's there? Like,
जी
so that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe we can send an ABC data sheet so she can
जी
write so that
इन
we can
हिंदी
create strategies for her, because her voice
जी
is also breaking. We want to hear her clearly.
हाँ, बहुत ज्यादा break हो रहा है। So na, you can please take my number. It is mentioned in the chat
जी
box,
मैम
and you can personally message me your
जी
problem.
जी
I'll connect you with
जी
Jeyameena ji,
जी जी
because
ओके
your
मैम,
voice is
ओके
very
मैम,
much
थैंक यू मैम।
breaking.
जी
Okay.
जी मैम, हाँ ओके
हाँ,
ओके मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
ठीक है।
Actually, another
Next question.
person on the chat has wants. I will ask a question. Like, it is Zainab, I guess.
Zainab, do you have any more questions?
Yes. The point is, I want to ask, Faris still taking milk in the bottle. I want to try to leave that, but he always pointing that one he cannot drink without bottle. I should.
See, right
I
now
really.
that is, yeah. See, to be honest, like let us not a priority learning. If he is drinking through this, he's getting a thing. See, one of the thing you can try with a small cup, small glasses, where you just put one thing, only 5 ml, and make him drink. Okay, we can start with a small one. You got it,
Yeah.
the small
Okay.
tumbler, the small
The
glass.
water is the water, normal water he's drinking in the bottle, and I put the straw. But the milk he doesn't want to. I try in the glass, but he never.
Maybe start with a small glass. Start with a
Okay.
smaller size glass and gradually give very little, and then let him drink in the straw. So he knows, okay, I drink little bit, then I can have the bottle I can drink with the feeding bottle. Gradually, just tell him drink little, just a small glass you show and say drink this, then you can have it. Gradually shape it.
Gradually. Second, Faris have also got issue like constipation.
See,
That's
that
the big
constipation, you have to do a diet. You have to check with the dietitians what are the food you are doing.
Okay.
So the diet plays a major role, and the schedules of his schedule as structure in the day also plays. His movement, bowel movement is also physical activity. Also, if he's physically active, is a physical thing plus the diet both helps in the bowel movement. Like when there are some specific exercises for bowel movements also. There are specific thing as. So Divya is a nutrition also, so she can guide you on the diet.
So,
And
Zainab,
plus there are some
last month we had a session on this nutrition only. So the
Actually,
recording of the
that's
session
what
is
I
uploaded on the
had.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You can check there.
Yes. Okay.
Or I can share you the link.
And my third, yes, please.
Just
Third question, the ones you starting the online therapy school.
Yeah, that I wanted to take 5 minutes of everybody. We can take a break from this Q&A. Iyurved is launching a 1-year course. It will be a combination of everything like speech, like behavior. It has some sensory classes also. Different experts will take the classes. And the duration of the class per day will be 1 hour. It will be 5 days a week. There will be different slots, different age slots. You can choose according to your comfortability timings. And the 1-year program, the basic purpose of making it 1 year is the consistency, because consistency is the key of everything. Okay, and we have made the classes like 5 times a week, so that every time parent will come and make their child practice at home. So it will help your child. So it will include everything. There will be different specialists for different things. For special educator, there will be different person for OT, for speech, for daily living. So there will be different experts taking the classes. And you have
मैम
a
मुझे ये
facility of
पूछना है
asking.
कि
हाँ जी.
ये जो कोर्स है इसमें जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल हमने ज्वाइन किया है, तो अभी डेली बेसिस पे जब हम लोग को हम जब भी जो भी बच्चे के रिलेटेड लेवल है उसके अकॉर्डिंग पूछें तो हमें वो स्पेशल
देखिए,
एजुकेटर
आपको
या फिर
नहीं,
ओडी
क्लासेस के हिसाब से आपको पूछना होगा. व्हाटएवर टॉपिक क्लास में चल रहा है उससे रिलेटेड आप क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हो. और यू हैव द शेड्यूल. हम आपको शेड्यूल भी शेयर करेंगे कि क्या क्या टॉपिक किस दिन शेयर होगा. तो यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चंस इन द अकॉर्डिंगली क्लासेस जिसमें भी वो आपका टॉपिक कवर हो रहा है.
नहीं, मतलब मैं ये पूछ कि वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल स्पीच ही है तो स्टेप बाय स्टेप कैसा उसको करना है, उस तरह से टास्क देंगे हमें कि ना, कि वो करने के बाद फिर हम
वो
उसको
बिल्कुल बिगनिंग से कोर्स है. तो एक्चुअली वो जनरलाइज प्रोग्राम है. इट इज नॉट अ कस्टमाइज प्रोग्राम कि आपके अकेले के बच्चे के हिसाब से होगा, बट वो एक जनरलाइज प्रोग्राम है जिसमें सारे ही इश्यूज को कवर किया गया है. तो मे भी कोई
मैम
इशू होंगे
एबीए
जो आपके
थेरेपी
बच्चे में नहीं होंगे. हाँ जी, क्या पूछा आपने? नहीं, आवाज नहीं आई फिर से आपकी. सीधा आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी. हेलो, ठीक है. तो अब इस सीधा आप मेरे को प्लीज पर्सनल नंबर पे मैसेज कर दीजिएगा. आई मेक योर डाउट्स क्लियर. ओके. और कोर्स के बारे में
भी होगी उसमें.
I think it is there. Yes, I guess.
मेरे को अभी भी
No, she's asking is ABA is also included in the package?
Yeah, it will be.
So I think
there will
your
be
voice.
classes. हाँ, there will be classes for ABA also.
Ma'am, what will be the timing and what will be the fee structure of that?
Can you I have shared my number in the chat box, so you can personally contact me on that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है. तो basic information मैंने दे दी है. If anybody wants any further information, they can contact me personally. Now we can move ahead with our coming questions. If anybody has questions, so they can ask. Otherwise, I have few more questions, so we can just wind up after.
Ma'am, I just want to know one thing, that why is the reason behind to playing with the saliva? Why the kids play with saliva?
See, playing with saliva, again, it shows that the play skills are not in place. Okay, he doesn't know to have a proper play, or does he play with the toy properly, or he doesn't play with the toys properly? If you give some toys, does he play according to the function of the toy?
Yes, ma'am.
All the toys he plays, like a remote control, as his age level toys he plays, like remote control toy or something like that, or fixing a Lego or something. Does he engage himself?
I think it will for oral sensitivity. It is a reason for oral sensitivity to playing with saliva.
So that if he is engaged in a meaningful play, these kind of saliva play will reduce.
Okay.
If he is free, then he doesn't like. Then he starts playing with saliva and taking it like that. So try to engage in some kind of a hand activities. His hand should be engaged.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
I think
One question.
I think Ruchi is asking a question. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask, can I send Faris normal preschool or not?
See, it depends
Like,
upon the support system they give. Definitely, you can send to the normal school for 1 hour or 2 hours to improve the social skills and everything. And they should have a support system to take care of him.
Exactly. Okay. 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 Thank you.
And what about Ruchi? Yes, Ruchi. Yeah.
Ruchi, do you have more questions?
जी मैम। मैम ये बोल रही थी कि मैं क्या ना ये एक तो है ना अपने आप से भी बातें करता रहता है, तो मुझे यही चीज पूछनी थी कि इसका ये चीज कैसे खत्म करूं, क्योंकि इसको ये है कि जैसे हमारी कोई भी बात सुन रहा है, फोन पे बात सुन रहा है या कुछ है, कंटिन्यूअसली वही फिर उसके बाद रिपीट रहता है या अपने से ही बातें करता रहता है, और हम लोग बात करेंगे तो
Self-talk is there.
बात नहीं।
That's what she's saying. A lot of self-talk is there.
क्या मैम?
So a lot of self-talk is that the child is talking to herself.
हाँ, बहुत मतलब अपने आप से ही सारी बातें ही करता रहेगा, अपने आप से ही, जैसे ये कितने की है, वो कितने की है, मतलब अपने आप ही, मतलब और हम लोग बात करेंगे तो हमारे साथ बात नहीं करेगा, हमारे साथ इरिटेट होने लगते हैं कि हमसे मुझसे क्वेश्चंस मत पूछो, मुझे अपने में मस्त रहना है।
Okay, so that is again sign of an automated behavior where they talk to themselves and engage themselves. So we cannot directly stop. One of the thing you can try to do is build the language skills. Whatever the child wants, as I already said, like in ABA, we say that like improving the manding, improving the language. And we need to do a detailed assessment to know which exactly a level is, so that I can give a strategy, because self-talk is not just a one-go solution. If I say something, it will stop. There is a lot of in-depth data should be taken and analyze it to see when is the child doing more self-talk, when is the child is doing less likely to happen, or what is the reason. So we need to collect some more data. Maybe I can send some ABC data sheet with Divya, and you can fill it up so that I can answer that question for you. How to? So one thing we can say is like improve her like speech, her requesting skills. That is a mandate. So like her communication skills is one you have to improve.
Hello.
कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स नहीं है उसकी, लेकिन बस वही है कि जैसे कहीं से भी सीख कर आया, नीचे भाई के
That's
साथ
what I'm
खेल रहा
trying
है।
to say. We can. That's what I'm trying to say. If you can if you can, I can ask Divya. You can connect with me, and I can see where is the exact language level, and I can give you some strategies to work on her.
ठीक है, तो ma'am will share a sheet. You have to fill that sheet, and on the basis of that, she can give you some personalized program ki matlab what you can do. Okay. So once she'll share, I'll share with you. You please take my number and ping me. It is on the chat box.
I think another person asked a question, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
Mobin, do you have any question?
जी मेरा बेटा ऑटिज्म है मेरे बेटे को, तो वो 5 साल का है, लेकिन उसको ना वो मतलब कि वो वर्बली कुछ वर्ड्स बोलता रहता है, जैसे काका बाका दादा, वो मतलब उसको क्या वो ऐसे बच्चे नॉन वर्बल में आते हैं कि नॉन वर्बल में आते हैं, मतलब ऐसा बोल सकता है?
See, basically, that is, we say, as a kind of a spontaneous vocalization. On his own, when he wants, he tells some words. Am I right? When you ask, he's not telling. That's what you're telling, right?
The words are not meaningful, he's saying. Like she's saying
That's
the words
what
are
I'm
not
saying.
meaningful.
Whatever he wants, he
Babbling.
just keeps talking. Babbling or something, some sounds. But when you say something, say ba, say something, he's not telling. That's what you're meaning. Am I right?
She wanted to know whether the child is verbal or non-verbal.
she's definitely, the child is not verbal. Verbal is something what we say when the child communicates, we
Meaningful
say them
words.
verbal. Communicate means asking, for example, water means I want water, I want this, I want that. Communicating, then we say
Meaningful
the child
words.
is verbal.
मतलब ईसा वैसे तो कम्युनिकेट किसी वर्ड्स में नहीं करता, लेकिन कोई ग्लास उठा कर ले आएगा कि मुझे पानी चाहिए, फीडर ले आएगा कि मुझे दूध चाहिए। मीन्स के वो चीजों को मतलब पता नहीं है कि ग्लास है या ये फीडर है या ये, मतलब वो मतलब किस एज में आके बेहतर हो सकता है। बिकॉज मैंने इसके 2 साल थेरेपीज करवाई हैं, एबीए और ये ओटी करवाया है। तो वो लोग कहते थे कि जी अभी स्पीच नहीं स्टार्ट हो सकता, अभी बहुत छोटा है, अभी स्पीच नहीं स्टार्ट कर सकता, अभी ये बहुत छोटा है।
That is wrong
2 मंथ्स हो
actually.
गए मैंने इसकी जो
No, that
थेरेपीज है
is
वो
wrong.
रुकवाई हुई है।
That is a wrong myth, like speech nahi chahiye. Actually, ABA therapist itself should do speech as well, like the communication. The speech, there is a one difference between a speech and ABA. Is a speech therapist will more work on the oral motor placement and the oral thing and all. Like an ABA, we work on the behavior related speech and communication. So we work on those kinds, like to talk. And I think you can connect with the ABA therapist, and or you can send me the list of tasks your child is you are currently working on. I can see and suggest some more for you. What is the right track? I can just give you some ideas on that, because over
ठीक
this
है,
group
मुझे ये बस इतना हेल्प चाहिए कि मुझे कुछ स्टार्ट ऐसा पता चल जाए कि मैंने ईसा पे ये स्टार्ट काम शुरू करना है, कि मतलब वो स्पीच, मतलब लाइक स्पीच थेरेपी अगर मैं घर में खुद से कुछ करवा सकूं तो इनिशियली मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, क्या करना चाहिए मुझे उसके लिए?
See, right now, before anything, whatever your therapy you're doing, what is currently, if you give me a list, then I can say what is the current need. Because without having the idea of what exactly you're doing, I cannot give you a suggestion like you do this, you do this.
वो 5 साल का हो गया, लेकिन अभी तक उसकी कोई स्पीच थेरेपी मैंने स्टार्ट नहीं, स्पीच थेरेपी हुई ही नहीं है उसकी। एबी और वोटी करवाते हैं वो मेरे पास, इसकी पेपर्स वगैरह हैं जिससे काम
That's
कराते
what I'm
हैं।
trying to say. In ABA, what you cover, you let me know. Then I will decide whether that is enough or you need some more speech. I can just
Right
suggest
now,
on that time.
she is not taking the child from last 2 months. She has stopped the therapies.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever is gone already, she can submit so that we can see which one is the lagging and what is the, we can guide her based on the lag.
जी ठीक
So
है, मुझे
whatever is
कोई नंबर वगैरह कुछ मिलेगा मुझे, मतलब
Number chat पे
जिससे मैंने
है
शेयर
वो।
करना आपको डिटेल?
No, my number is shared on the chat. आप please.
ठीक है, थैंक यू। बस मुझे इतना ही पूछना था, बस मैं ईसा के साथ काम करना चाह रही हूँ इनिशियल स्पीच में,
I
तो मुझे
understand.
इसी में
So
हेल्प
you can
चाहिए।
send me what and all you are so far worked and what is the child's level. Based on that, I'll suggest you what to be done.
Okay.
Ma'am, my query also same regarding that. She's telling, no, my son also babbling like this only. So I also want your help, ma'am. Okay.
You can just message her and we can suggest on that. And Mr. Arul, and before that, I think another person is Ashman, and has said my son is 8.5 years old and he's playing with his private part sometime in front of the person. He is diagnosed with ASD and going to a special school. It is some sort of sensory issue or behavior, and it is, as I told him not to do, when he saw me around, he stops. Okay. So this one of the common, it is like we can also say there is a sensory issues, we can also say, but the one common thing which I say is when the child is engaging in appropriate way, these, because when we are around they are not doing, when we are not around they are doing, then there is some kind of the motivation to play with appropriate things is not there, is what I feel. The child is seeking to just have that because to get your attention or to just to seek the, it is not something wrong thoughts the child is having to do that, something kind of a play. It's what I feel is you have to improve the child's play skills, which the child likes. See what and all the child likes, give a list, take a list on like what the child likes most, what is the medium and what is the child does not like, and improve his skills on his independent, like leisure skills. Without you, independent skills you have to build. So when the child is alone, also the child is engaged in some independent activity without you, so then he will not engage in these kind of activities, what I say, rather than directly addressing in sensory. Let's ignore this behavior and redirect him to some kind of an activity which replaces this.
Jaldi karo.
Okay.
Yes. Next.
Okay. Ashman, if you have any other question, so you can unmute yourself and ask.
And I think
otherwise
Mr.
we
Arul
can
has
move to,
another.
we have 2 more questions, Jalpa and Pooja.
I think
So,
Mr. Arul has a question. I think Arul has messaged. I recently ordered a brain booster spread.
Brain booster related questions you can ask me personally on the chat, Arun.
Okay.
Jalpa, we can take now your question. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and my son is 7.5. No, yeah, my son is 7 year old. He's going to mainstream school in here in Victoria. The thing is that he is the key point is he is very hyperactive. Initially, he knows what he wants. He is able to express his needs through the words and sentences. That he just said, "I want cookie" or whatever he is hungry. So he expresses needs through a one word or the sentence. But the main problem in the school is that he is not sitting in the classroom. He just roam around one classroom to another classroom to another, and his ES like education support teacher assistant follow wherever he goes. So we are struggling with his sitting tolerance, and whichever class he goes, he just take out the cupboard and take out his resources and toys whatever he like, and he wants to play with that. So I'm really struggling to sitting tolerance, and at home he is able to tracing 1 to 20 or the write the numbers and everything, but he is a very hyperactive very much, like he's not sitting at one place. He's just roaming here and there. Is the main problem. Otherwise, he expresses his needs very well.
Okay, got it. So I have a question for you. So he sits and writes, whether in your presence he sits and writes at home, or when you give a worksheet and you go to the kitchen, still he completes the works at home.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. Still, we are struggling. Like he just don't want to write. I just, you have to finish
That's
this
again
activity.
because the
Start
child,
and finish.
that is the point. Like that's what I'm trying to say. See, here at home, you need to build his, if you want to build his sitting tolerance in the school, at home you have to build his tolerance to writing. Got it. Start with some pre-academic worksheets. Start with some with the sensory medium, some kind of academic activities like with the foam and putting like a lot of in Pinterest you can see a lot of activities. There is some kind of lot of sensory bit where they teach academics using sensory medium. So you can have a 10 or something like you, for example, one Ziploc cover, they put some foam and they just seal it. And that in that they just make it see or they make it standing. Got it? Like this kinds of sensory or in the sand, make the child write. So like this, you have to do in another medium to make the child sit and get got it and gradually start with pre-academic worksheets, some independent worksheets, and that is
Yeah,
the way you develop the sitting tolerance. Once
yeah,
it develops
that's
at home, then we can transit to school. But at home itself, you're telling it's little tough. You got it. So I think you have to start from home this, and then you have another thing I can suggest: keep a short time in the school, like 1 hour. Gradually increase the time as he increases the sitting tolerance is getting improved. Rather than sending you for the whole day and he keeps roaming around, gradually improve his time as his sitting tolerance develops.
yeah. So I can print out the special education sheets. Mix and match the numbers and the dot to dot and
So
everything
all
for
those
that.
things should be independent. Okay, when you have to give all those things and you move away, he needs to do independently. That's what I'm trying to say. You have to develop his independent writing skills.
Yeah, but and the thing is that he just like he just don't want to, like when goes to the school he just resist himself. He
But
just
at home,
walking
he
and
that's
stand.
what I'm trying to say. At home also, the shadow teacher is there. Ask her to do some sensory based academic activity where he sits and he enjoys it, rather than giving some worksheets or difficult activities. Tell her to start with some sensory based activities where he can sit and play with the Play-Doh or something very he enjoys.
Okay, and he's completely no screen, no television, no mobile, nothing. He's completely, yeah, I'm not, yeah,
See,
allowing him to
the
watch
one thing
screen.
is he likes is he just walks around. No? So make him do sensory activity for 10 minutes and then
Okay.
get him room. And then again 10 minutes he can do something. Just gradually increase his tolerance.
The thing
Okay.
is that I can appreciate your concern, but the thing is that in here as well, we have the behavioral specialist, we have the OT, we have the speech, we have the art therapy. Since like behavior, we just have the one person. His name is Matt. He's working with Hans since like long, but we are just still struggling. Why he is not sitting in the classroom the whole day? Just 30 minutes he comes to eat his lunchbox, and again he just roam around all around the school. Otherwise, he's happy, but he just don't want to sit in the classroom.
So that's what I'm trying to say. School has to make a behavior plan to make him sit, and maybe they can fill in an ABC data and see what it is. We have to have a detail, and it's just not one go we can answer. And school has to gradually make him do improve his sitting tolerance by giving his favorite activity, sit and do, then go roam. Completely, they cannot make him sit, but gradually. You got it,
Yeah.
like.
And the thing is that when I ask shadow teacher, just complete the activity. At least he likes to read the books. Just complete the circle, like color in the circle or something. Then they said An is not sitting with us, so it's very hard to sit with him.
Because
He's
like
just not
that is
following.
the way the other out of India country operates, because they don't want to force the child. They want
Yeah,
the
I
child
know.
happy. So there is a limitations when we are there. You got it. Like we
Yeah,
can't relate as we are in India.
yeah, I know. But that's the reason as I am also ES in the school myself. But still for my child, I'm looking dependent on someone, like he's really why he's not sitting in the classroom.
So that's why you have to ask for them a behavior plan, and if they and ask them to make a ABC data, and you can send it to Divya, then I can make a behavior plan. You can sit across with the school, and you can talk to the school of this plan, and you can
Yeah.
implement a behavior plan. Yeah, that can
No
be
worries.
possible.
If you have really some key points or like what to do with the sitting tolerance, and so you
And
just
just for
suggest us.
understand, without taking data, we don't suggest. Okay, this is only a generic way.
Okay.
To be very specific, we need to have data.
Okay. Data regarding.
Is how long he's roaming around, what make him roam, what is the activity he's doing, what are the things like we
There
have
will
a
be a
we need to have
questionnaire type of chart that you have to
Yeah.
fill.
maybe I can
Okay.
send it across to her, you can fill it up, and then we can see what to be done on that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay, I think the
Pooja
time is now over, but still we have 1 or 2 questions left. पूजा बहुत देर से
I
हाथ
think
कर रहे हैं. पूजा, if you want to ask something, you can unmute yourself.
another question,
And
like Benish is asking a question, I think
there is. And please make it little quick because the time is up actually. Benish, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your
maybe we
question.
can have another session, Divya, like one more session of the parent QA, like we can just discuss
Bilkul,
more
right.
questions, because I think all of them are having a lot of questions. Like
There are a lot of questions.
Hello.
questions. So
Hello, Benish here.
this question we are taking last, and then we can just move on, book one more session with next month with Jeyameena ji. But Benish, you can ask.
Okay. Yes. Hi, everyone. My daughter is 6 years old and she is autistic.
okay.
She is showing like behaviors, whatever she likes, the toys, the colors, her doll, she wants to hold in her hand every time while going to washroom, while going out, and she don't let her touch anybody those things, and just want, sometimes she put in her hand, and sometimes she chooses a shopping bag to put all things in that bag, and uh, and also becomes so much irritated that if she's unable to hold all the things at one time. So how can I manage or tell her that what things she can handle, and like don't put everything in her hand.
Okay, so another question, one more question I have for you. So she has a bunch of things in his hand. So always she wants to hold the bunch. Does she see any activity? For example, you present some worksheets or you do a puzzle. Does she do a puzzle, or she wants to hold only this, doesn't want to do any activity? Or she does the activity and
No,
hold?
yes, she does the activity holding things in one hand and tries to do all things with the only single hand.
But she cooperates with you. She's having a good complaints, like doing all the things whichever you give when she's holding. She doesn't refuse to do. She does all the things.
Yes, sometimes she refused, like if her hands are not free, she can't do like activity with full concentration. So if she's holding something, her concentration, her focus will be like divided into holding things and do the task. She likes to do tasks like puzzles and writing, coloring, but most of the times she don't do because she want to hold all the things.
Okay.
She cooperates,
The point
but
is that one
not
of the
all the
reasons
time.
is the children with autism have a rigid behavior. So this is one of the rigidity. We say it's rigid. She wants to hold. That is the kind of a rigid behavior. So for the rigid behavior, gradually only we can get it. You understood? So one of the strategy you already tried. You said you could keep a bag and you put it in the bag. Got it? That is what you're trying right now. You tell her to put it in a bag and hold the bag.
Yes. Now,
So another is, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
yes, you tell. You speak.
So another thing is again you building like before you, for example, she holds something, just make her start doing some waiting. Okay, wait for 10 seconds, then you give her something. Wait for 20 seconds and then give her to hold. Like develop the waiting so that without anything in hand, she has to develop the tolerance to wait. So develop the skill like
Okay.
only 10 seconds you count 10 seconds, then give it to her. Count 20 seconds, give it to her. You got it? So just do that.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and this is just a step. It's not that whatever solution I'm not giving, it's not the one stop. That is the only solution. That's the one generic solution I'm giving. So you want a detailed one, so you have to have a data sheet and you have to fill the data, and you can give it to Mrs. Divya, and she can we can sort it out how to work on this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody, and especially to Jeyameena ji. We can take one more session next month.
Yeah,
So
I think we'll do that.
any remaining questions we can take up that time. And it was really insightful. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you,
Yeah,
everyone.
bye-bye. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.